Hey guys, I'm back as promised. Going to use the rest of the Mokume-Gane we made the other day. So what you're going to need is your leftovers, enough for a pendant and a pair of earrings. I should have more than enough there. If you're watching this and you didn't see me making the Mokume-Gane, go back to my last video and I'll show you how to make it in that. I'm going to use these teardrop cutters, so I've got a pretty big one for my pendant and then just a nice, I think this is the smallest in the set that I've got for my earring. So we're going to make a couple of beads to go with these. So you're going to need some flathead pins. These are the almost 3-inch ones. These are silver. So you're going to need 1, 2, 5. You're going to need 5 head pins. You're going to need a couple of ear wires. I've just got these really simple ones here. You can make your own, you know, whatever you want to use. A few jump rings, some silver jump rings, maybe a couple of pairs of pliers to snip and to help you make a loop, and that's it. So we'll get started. So I'm going to take my lump of Mokume-Gane, and obviously I need it to be big enough for my cutter. So I'm going to slice a piece off that's, I'll just clean my blade, slice a piece off that's thicker than the thickest setting on my pasta machine. That one's a bit wonky. I'm just going to pop that through on the thickest setting, so that it'll fit. You can roll it, but I just want it to be a bit more consistent. So one sec. That didn't go very well, did it? Right, I'll just cut another piece. It's a good job I made a lot, isn't it? I'll just cut myself another piece and be a bit more careful this time. Right, start again. I'll just pop this through. And there we go. I've got a nice piece. What I am going to do is just pop it on some paper, both sides, and just give it a little burnish on both sides, just to make sure that there's no fingerprints or little divots in it. And I'm just going to flip it and do the same, so I know that it's lovely and smooth. And then take my cutter, cut myself a nice shape out. Don't throw that away. And then this piece that I messed up a bit, I'll just use for my earrings. Again, I'll just give it a burnish to make sure it's nice and smooth, and just take myself a couple of earrings out of it. So there's my pendant, and there's my earring shapes. Don't distort on me. Right, quick wipe. And we're also going to need some beads. Now, however you want to make your beads is entirely up to you. I'm just going to make little beads in my hand. I'm not too fussed if they're not exactly round, you know, a bit organic. Doesn't really matter to me. But what I am going to do is use a cutter so I know they're all going to be the same size. Now I don't know if this will make a bead too big, so let me just see. No, I think that'll be just fine. So we're going to need, I'm going to make little ovals. I'm just going to get a bit of kitchen roll. I just scrumple up a piece of kitchen roll and then unravel it a bit, and that's what I sit my beads in to bake. So we're going to need 5 beads, 3 for the pendant, 1 for the earrings. So just using these scrap pieces. I mean, you could make little lentil beads and mix a bit of your a contrasting colour or something, but I'm happy just making little ovals in the palm of my hand. I'm not a big bead maker. I do like lentil beads, but I think they won't really work for this because they need to be that little bit smaller, and I think lentil beads work better if they're a bit bigger, don't they? Three. Four. Get one after that. Yep. 5. Right, there we go. So I've got 5 beads. Still got a few scraps left. And then what we're going to do with these is we're going to just make sure my edges are nice. We're going to pinch this at the top. So just join your clay at the top, like so, and then if you just give it a little smooth with your fingers, you can get rid of that seam line. So that'll be our pendant, and we're going to do the same with our earrings. Just gently, gently, gently tease that together. Curve it round. Smooth that joint out. And the last one, gently, gently, gently. It's quite warm in my room, so the clay hasn't had a chance to stiffen up any. There we go. So we've got our pendant ready. Just check for fingerprints. It's not too bad. Earrings. Just going to squish that end a little tiny bit, just so it's not so pronounced. Earrings, pendant, and Oops, they're escaping. I'll just sort this tissue out a bit better. Got one missing. And 5 little beads. Right, I'm going to pop those in the oven. I'm going to temp them. I'm going to keep my eye on them, so I generally put them in for about half an hour, and then every 5 minutes I check and check and check and check up until about 45 minutes, because I don't want to burn it with it being translucent clay. So I'll pop these in the oven and we'll be back shortly. Right guys, I'm back with the leaves, and they're lovely and translucent. Look really pretty and subtle. Nice spring project. If it's spring where you are, that is. I'm just going to, they are lovely and smooth because I've burnished them, but I'm just going to just make sure that there's no rough edges. Just going to sand, gently sand over. And just make sure that those, just in case there were a couple, got a bit of black there. Don't want any rough edges against your skin. There wasn't really any burrs on them, it just felt a bit sharp. There we go. And I'll just take my little buffer and give them a shine up. So the finish on them was really smooth, so I was hoping I wouldn't need to do much to them once they came out. I mean, you could varnish them and stuff if you wished, but as I've said on numerous occasions, I just really like that natural satin finish of the clay itself. And I'll just give my beads a little buff over. Not that they really need it, but just in case. I managed to do these without getting any fingerprints on them, so they look pretty nice. Right, now what we need to do is put some holes in. Now then, my pin, do you know, for somebody who's relatively tidy, I'm being absolutely rubbish lately at finding things on my desk. Where is it? I'll just pause you while I go and find it. It was there, just to the side, of course. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to drill up a bit of water in there. I plunged these in iced water when they came out of the oven. I just think it helps with the translucency. So I'm going to take my pin drill poke it up there and make myself a hole. It's going, it's going, it's going, and it's gone. There we go. And I'll just pop in through the top to make sure it's clean. That's that one. I don't speak when I'm concentrating because I forget. That's that one. I mean, you could have put holes in this before you started, especially if you've got some of those bead skewery things, but I haven't got any because I don't make enough beads to warrant it really. I prefer to just drill a hole in afterwards. You know, as long as your clay's cooked and you're using a fine enough drill bit, I've never had any issues. So that's them, and now the beads. This is the scary bit for me. I just have to think straight. So I'll drill one on camera and then I'll drill the rest off camera, then I don't bore you too much. It's worse than watching paint dry, this, isn't it? And it, to be fair with these, because they're quite organic, it doesn't matter if you've not got your hole that straight, as long as your head pin will go through it, because you're not really gonna notice. Although that one's pretty straight for me. Well done. Let's go in the other side, then it's cleaned up. There we go. I'll just drill the other ones and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm all drilled now. I'm just going to put some head pins through my beads. A couple were a little bit wonky, but like I say, it doesn't matter because they're quite organic. I'm not going to worry about wonky beads. Oh, seem to have a seed bead or something stuck on the end of that one. Put this one in. Let's try to straighten them out a little bit. I'm just going to turn this one round because that's the wonky one. It won't matter so much at the top. So we're going to have 3 dangling in this one. And just 1 in the earrings. This will go in. Oh, it's because there's some stuff stuck. That's that one. And that's that one. Right. We'll do an earring first. We're just gonna pop our bead in, and you might want to just bend, and it's up to you how much you want to have dangling. I think I'll have mine quite high up, And I'm just going to brace it with my thumb there so it doesn't slide. Pliers, I just had them. Here they are. And I'm just going to snip about 1 centimetre, 1/2 inch. Save these bits, they come in handy. And I'm just going to bend this over like so. Then take my round nose pliers and make myself a nice loop like so. Just make sure that's nice and straight, and just get my flat nose pliers just to make sure it's closed at the bottom. There we go. That's one earring done. Just going to straighten that a little bit, and then we're just going to take our earring wire, take our pliers, twist to open, pop our earring on, and twist back to close. And there we've got one lovely dangly earring. Now you could jazz them up further with a bead on the top, another bead or something. But there's one earring. And then for this, what we need to do is have these at like 3 different heights, like so. So I'm just gonna put my thumb in between as a spacer, and I'm going to snip all these off now. At this length. Like that. And then we're going to make a loop in each one. Like so. Just going to bend that over a little bit. There we go. So we're just going to make a loop in each one. Like so. Oh, that one was a bit big, but it's okay. So then we've got our 3 loops. Then we're going to take one of our bits that we cut off, just check the size, and that'll be fine. So I'm going to make a loop in this end. Like so. And I'm just going to bend it back on itself. Then I'm going to open the loop and pop our 3 beads on. Three, and then close my loop. Make sure that's nice and together. And then we're going to pop this up through the hole that we drilled. Oops. As far as it'll go. Like so. In fact, I'm just going to twist that so that they sit a bit better. There we go. And then use a thumb inside to brace it, and make a loop. Like so. Just bend it a little bit to straighten it up. And then that's ready to go on a bail or to thread through a chain. So we've got, that's our lovely necklace with some nice movement in it. And our matching earring. And I'll just quickly do this other earring. Pop it through, pull that up as far as it'll go, brace it with your thumb, snip off about 1 centimetre, bend it forward, and then roll back to make your loop. Didn't do that very well, did I? Just going to get the pliers on that tail. I miscaught it when I was doing it. Make sure that's nice and straight. Take our earring hook. Just, that isn't straight, I'll just straighten it up. Twist to open. Pop your earring on. And twist to close. Oops. There we go. I haven't tightened this loop up tight enough. Just let me get me. There we go. Didn't want to play that one, did it? I'm a bit fingers and thumbs today again. There. There we go, that's better. Let me just twist this. So there we go. Some lovely earrings. And a lovely pendant. You could just put a nice silver chain on this, or attach a fancy bail maybe and stick it onto a silver chain. There's a little set for spring. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.